Thanks, John. I was just typing that.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. I think we got everybody moved from over there. I'll still stay on the bridge just to make sure, but I think we got everybody pulled from there. I haven't seen anybody else hop in there for a second now.
Fantastic. So I get the fun part of the call. I get to announce the winners from the scavenger hunt. So usually we do one winner, but today we're going to have a runner-up winner just because of a couple of things. So I'll start with the winner. For the most complete scavenger hunt, Lucas McMillan, you are the winner of the scavenger hunt contest. You will be receiving a nice brand new Boost Mobile New Era hoodie. Have any words to say to us? Are you good? Oh, Lucas might have stepped away from his monitor or phone.
Yeah, I don't know if he's on the call. Is he on?
Yeah, he's on. I talked to him when he jumped on, so I know he's on the call.
Maybe he's with a customer.
It's all right. We'll let him know again here shortly. And then we decided to have a second runner-up winner in the contest as well. So Sabrina Robinson, I know you're on. We just kind of responded to you a second ago. Because of the great Own the Mile photo with you standing out by the curb of the street holding a sign up, that is a great way to own the mile. So we were going to award you with a nice long sleeve t-shirt as well. So you will be getting a prize as well. And those prizes will be shipped directly to you guys by us. The t-shirts will be dropped off to you guys by your AEs. So the afternoon session, we got a few things to cover. We're going to turn it back over to the presentation team here in a minute. And then we are going to do a fun contest called the Kahoot, which Chris referenced earlier. Winner of that will also receive a fun little prize as well. So jumping back in the presentation, we're going to touch on BYOD. I will go.
Well, John was saying
you muted yourself, Sir John.
He's going to go on mute, and I think he went on mute before he was.
I think that I clicked the wrong button. I was trying to present, but I want to unmute it. So couple more sections this afternoon. I'm going to turn the presentation over to Patrick here as soon as I share my screen, and we're going to start with BYOD for you guys. So let me present real quick, and then I will turn it back over to the most interesting man in the world, Mr. Patrick Flanagan. And here you go, sir.
All right. Thanks, birthday boy. I appreciate it. And thanks for everybody for hanging with us this afternoon. It was great seeing everyone in the session earlier, and so pleased to see so many people coming back for our short afternoon session. So I'm going to roll into BYOD, bring your own device process. We touched about this a little bit before when we were talking about the sales portal and quick links, but just to refresh your memory, there's a couple steps to activating a bring your own device. I want to make sure that everyone's aware of those steps to ensure a smooth transaction. First of all, in the quick links on the right-hand side of the sales portal, we've got the ESN compatibility check tool. So with that, when you click on that, it's going to ask you to put in the ESN of the phone, and then it's going to let you know whether that phone is capable of connecting to our network. If it isn't, it'll say, you know, not eligible or not compatible. If it is compatible, then great. We know that that phone is capable of working on our network. Check number 2, and this is a critical step. You want to insert an inactive TN SIM. So just grab an unactivated TN SIM, put it in the phone. If you see a message on the phone that says this handset is currently locked, or is a message to that effect that it's locked to carrier, that phone is locked. We cannot activate it until the previous carrier has activated it. If you put in the TN SIM, there's no error messages, and you see boost up in the top left-hand signal screen, you know that, one, we've already checked the BYD compatibility. We know that phone can get signal. Now we've verified it's unlocked. Now we can move forward with the activation. So that whole process, it takes literally about 2 minutes to do, to check the ESN check tool and put in the inactive TN SIM card. That way we know we got a clean phone and can move forward. So the next step, and just in case you do get stuck and it is locked, there is the, as you can see on the slide, there is a heading in quick links that allows you to contact the other carrier, either yourself or the customer, and it provides their that carrier's contact information and unlocking policy. So those resources are there for you too, just in case a customer's got a phone they know or pretty sure they've got free and clear and need to contact the carrier to get unlocked. Some carriers are very simple, such as AT&T. Others might take a day or two, but at least you can provide the customer information how to get their phone unlocked. Okay, and then the second step, step number 5 there, update the APN settings for Android and update the carrier settings and iPhone. So we're gonna take a look at that a little further on the next slide, please. So BYOD provisioning. Now the sales portal, we're going to be activating that just like we took a phone. After we've done our checks, we're going to activate this just like a phone out of our back end. So we're going to put in the ESN, select the area code, or if we're porting in a phone number, begin the port. But once we've got the rate plan selected and we've got the account set up, there's something called Apn Settings in the phones. And especially on Androids, this is critical step because what you're going to see is a series of entries that you have to verify or input in red on the right-hand side of this slide. So you're going to see the steps to access it on Android. This information is all in the quick links for you, so you can follow it step by step. So you don't have to remember these items. Just remember it's in quick links under the BYOD. So on Android, it's extremely critical that all these settings are correct and verified. So you may need to change 1 or 2 of them to ensure the activation goes smoothly. So once you have verified that these are correct or have manually updated these APN settings in red on Android, then you can continue your activation. It'll make sure that things like mobile messaging and picture messaging works. Because if it doesn't, that means there's probably one of these settings is incorrect and will need to be fixed. But better to do that while you're going through the activation process here. Okay, and then next slide. Should be provisioning on iPhone. iPhone's quite a bit easier because once you insert the TN SIM and the activation's ready to go through, a window is going to pop up with the carrier settings update. And then so you proceed with that, and it'll over the air, it will update the information, and you can verify the carrier settings. If you get to a situation where the picture messaging doesn't work or it's not working quite right, you can go into the carrier settings, but on the iPhone, it's pretty much automatic. It's quite a smooth process because the phone will automatically prompt you to update the carrier settings. Hit update, it automatically downloads it over the air. So we'll be good there. Okay, next slide. How do we sell BYOD? What are some good questions we can ask customers to uncover BYOD opportunities? I think we heard some of those before, but anyone just want to throw out, if a customer's walking in the store, how do we uncover if they might be a BYOD opportunity? Can anybody think of any good question or come off mute and throw one out?
If they want the $10 plan, or if they have a nice flagship phone.
Yeah.
You can just ask them, what are you using now?
Yeah, exactly.
Because, I mean, if they have a nice iPhone, a nice Samsung, or even a nice Motorola or LG, it's a good idea. Or even, you may have not heard of these. For example, I have a OnePlus 6T, and I did that with a BYOD, and I only pay $15 a month, and I love this phone because it's a really nice phone, middle of the ground kind of deal, and it didn't cost me a fortune.
Exactly. So that's a great example of a BYOD.
Sorry if that was rather lengthy.
No, and to your point, people are spending huge fortunes on these phones. You know, $1,000 for a phone, or even $1,400. You don't want to
phones.
Yeah.
If you take away Samsung's wireless charging and proofing, which aren't very effective anyway, you get a OnePlus.
Yeah. But to your point, people love their phones, want to keep them. BYOD is a perfect opportunity. This team is coming in a great time because never in Boost's history has our Bring Your Own Device program been so easy to activate and sell. I'm going to throw out one quick other question here. Can anybody name me the current Bring Your Own Device promo that's currently running?
$10 off a month after the first month of activation.
Great. And what plans qualify for that?
The 50 and maybe the 60.
Bingo. You guys are right on it. Thanks for the team effort. Exactly right. Our unlimited plans, 50, 60. You pay your first month, we're going to give you $10 off for the next 6 months. Huge incentive for someone bringing in their own device. So not only are they going to save money by bringing in their favorite handset, they're also going to save money by activating that handset with Boost. It's a huge competitive advantage we have over Cricket and Metro. Please use that and abuse that. Well, don't abuse it, but use that promo. And especially when you're talking to folks on the phone, use that as a hook to get them in the store. So it's strong. So thanks to that team for being right on top of those promos. So these are a couple of questions you guys can read. What type of phone you have currently? These are some probing questions. New customer phrase that pays. Are you here to switch to Boost using your current phone? And even the existing add-line opportunities. Do you have a previously used phone you would want to add to your account? The more lines you have sharing, the less it costs per line with our family plans. So great opportunities there. And then let's see, next slide. I think that might be quick knowledge check. Can anybody remember, we just talked about it, what are the 2 steps to verify that phone is eligible to be activated with Boost? Anybody want to shout those out?
I think the first one is you have to check if it can be done through the quick links.
Yep, the BYOD check tool and quick links, perfect. That's step number 1. What's the second step to verify the phone is?
Make sure it's unlocked.
Okay, and how do we do that? Do you guys remember how we do that?
Is that through the PIC eligibility check?
Nope. There was a second step that you want to do to verify that
unactivated SIM card?
Bingo, exactly. Check the handset eligibility and quick links and insert unactivated SIM card to verify there's no error messages, letting you know that the phone is locked, and that it shows Boost signal up on the top left-hand corner of the phone. You check those 2 things, and they're clear. You're good to go.
So hey, Patrick, there was a question that came through actually from Sabrina about that specific point. She says she thought if you put a SIM card in that isn't activated into a phone, that it would SIM lock the phone or lock the phone for theft reasons. So you want to clear that up because other people may, obviously be thinking something similar.
Yeah, no, that for a phone that was activated previously on another carrier, it will not do that. It will not do. The only time I've heard of something like that happen is a iPhone purchased directly from Apple. I've heard of that happening in those circumstances where it's just bought at the Apple store, brought it in to our store. I've heard of 1 or 2 instances of that. But as far as the vast majority of people bring in their phones and it's previously been activated with a carrier, you can put the SIM card in as many times as you like it. It will not SIM card lock that.
Okay. And then I believe that, thanks. And I believe Lucas McMillan, you had your hand up for a question.
Yeah, I was wondering if someone brings their own device, but they're already a Boost customer, are they eligible for the $10 off unlimited plan?
Negative.
No? Okay, so they have to either be a new or port in Bring Your Own Device to get the $10 off.
You got it. You got it exactly right. We're looking for that new additional incremental account activation.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Great questions. Thanks, guys, for being engaged. Any other questions on Bring Your Own Device till we move on here?
Only one thing I'll add, Patrick, if you don't mind.
Please
would
do.
be just, well, like he said, popping in that SIM card. I can't emphasize how important that is. Running the eligibility is very important because If the device isn't eligible, then it lets our system know, hey, there's this phone that this customer wants to use and it's not eligible. So it alerts our BYOD team to, try to speed up the process and make that eligible. But popping that SIM card in, because here's the thing is if let's say somebody's porting from Metro and they want to use their same phone, but the phone is still locked and they can't get it unlocked for some reason, now you're not going to have the ability to offer them a port-in discount. So that's why it's so important to pop that SIM card in, because that lets you know if it's locked before you proceed with it. Because let's say it is locked and they can't get it unlocked, then we can still offer them a free phone or the iPhone SE that Patrick loves for $50. If we cannot, if we end up doing it before we pop that SIM card and find out, then now you've lost the opportunity for port-in discounts, and you're not going to be able to activate that device. So potentially you just lost yourself a sale. So that SIM card, as simple as it may seem, is crucial in the process. So just wanted to reiterate that. I know Patrick did a great job. Just wanted to add a little bit more fear of the importance of popping in that SIM card, because I've had that happen, and nothing's worse than losing a sale on both sides. So
yeah. So good point, Zach, and saves a lot of headaches by following that very simple process.
What did you mean by popping in the SIM card?
Just inserting, taking out the existing SIM card in the phone and inserting an unactivated TN or orange SIM card. Because what that does is that powers up in the phone, and it'll prompt the phone to bring up any locked messages. So you'll know right away if it's a locked phone. If the screen looks completely normal, and then you start to see boost up in the top left-hand side of the signal indicator, that's a clean phone and you can proceed with your activation.
Okay, so right after we do the device compatibility check, then we pop in the new SIM to see if it's locked?
Exactly. It's just like a diagnosis, a really easy diagnosis tool to verify that that's unlocked. It's as simple as just grabbing orange TN SIM, popping it in the phone, checking the screen. Everything looks good, no error messages and boost signal. You're good to go. Like I said, both checks should take you less than 2 minutes to do.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thanks. All righty, let's see. Who is next with Boost Up?
I'll take care of this one, Patrick.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. I got it from here. You take a break. Have yourself a drink, sir. You did a great job. All right. So, oh, Andy's got one. Nice. All right. Fantastic. So Boost Up. If you don't know what Boost Up is, I'm super excited to let you know what Boost Up is. And if you do know what it is, I'm still excited to let you know what Boost Up is about. So how many times, and I know some of you guys are newer here, but you've still dealt with customer interactions. And how many times have you heard this, or maybe said it yourself at a company or that you're a part of, or, again, the customer coming in, man, why are all the good deals for only the new people? Can I get a woohoo if you've ever said that or heard somebody say that?
Yeah.
Can we get some woohoos?
Woohoo!
All right. So we've all heard that before, and maybe we've been, guilty of saying that ourselves, because it does feel that way. It feels like every company has a special offer for the new guy, but never for the person who's been around for years that continues to keep the lights on. So it can be a little frustrating. But guess what? Here at Boost Mobile, we do honor our existing customers, and we appreciate them, and we want to offer them an exclusive offer that no new customer can walk in and get. Only the most loyal and consistent customers can take advantage of this promotion. Nobody gets it except for you, that loyal customer. So what the Boost Up program is it's an opportunity for the customer to purchase a device on an upgrade without having to pay the full price all at once. It gives them the ability to split the price of that phone into easy bite-sized monthly payments added to their bill. So instead of getting, that iPhone 11 for $600 and having to pay the full $600, it gives that customer the ability to make payments on that over the course of 18 months. And it's just attached to their phone bill. So simply when they come in to pay their bill, or if they're on auto top up, like we talked about earlier, if you sign them up for that, then it automatically pulls that extra amount out of that customer's account every month when the bill's due. So depending on the phone they go with is going to depend on how much the price is. But how does the customer qualify for this? I'm glad you asked. The way that a customer does qualify for this is they have to be a loyal customer to Boost. They have to have had their service for at least a year. And for that year, they have to have 12 consecutive on-time payments, meaning that the service can never get interrupted. That service has to be continuously on for 12 consecutive months. So that does mean a customer can be a customer for 3 years and still not be eligible for Boost Up. They do have to have 12 on-time payments. By having those 12 on-time payments, what it does is it tells us here at Boost that, hey, this customer is good at paying their bills. They're going to continue to keep their service with us. They're very loyal. So we want to give them the ability to get a nice new phone that's not going to break the bank, and gives them that ability to do interest-free payments on that device. So depending on the phone that they pick, depends on how much the down payment is going to be. They will always have to pay the sales tax on the original price of that phone, plus the setup and activation as normal. Now, depending on the phone they go with, it could be as little as $1 down, but on average, our down payments are $15 to $30. And then any devices that are over $600, there will be a larger down payment. So for example, that iPhone 11 that I mentioned, the iPhone 11 is $200 down payment, and then it's only $22 a month after that for 18 months. After those 18 months are paid, their bill goes back to the normal amount, and they no longer have to pay those installment payments. Now, the amazing thing is, the customer has the ability to make these pay off the bill early as well too. So it is over the course of 18 months, but if they choose to go ahead and pay that off quicker, then they can absolutely do so. And what's really awesome about this opportunity is, again, on the day of purchase, they only pay that little down payment plus the sales tax and setup. And then their billing on their next billing cycle is when that first payment will be charged. Now, a very important part of this is they do have to have a credit or debit card for that down payment. I say this because we do have a decent amount of customers that, aren't a big believer in plastic. So if you are about to offer this Boost Up to a customer, make sure that you let them know ahead of time that they do have to have that down payment with a credit or debit card. Now, they do have the ability, they can use somebody else's credit or debit card that, is willing to give that up. But that first payment does have to be. Every payment after that can be in cash. So however they want to go about it. The really awesome thing is there's no credit check. There's no background check. There's nothing they have to do besides just make those 12 payments on time. So after that 12th payment has been made on time consecutively, guess what? They are now eligible. Now, very important part of this, only the primary lines on a family plan are eligible for this, or individual lines. Unfortunately, secondary lines 2 through 5, are not going to be eligible for Boost Up opportunity. So it's only going to be for that primary line, or again, individual lines. So very, very awesome promotion that gives you a lot of options for the customer and gets them into a phone that they maybe have really wanted but just couldn't quite afford. Well, guess what? They can now. And going back to why that's so important to sign customers up for auto top-up, because if you have them on auto top-up, the bill never gets interrupted. The service never gets interrupted. So now all they have to do is make sure there's enough money in their bank account for those 12 payments, and they'll automatically be on time and be consecutive, and the customer will then be eligible to take advantage of this amazing opportunity. Is there another slide on Boost Up, John, or is this the only slide? That was the only one. So before I saw we had a hand raised. Tiffany, what is your question?
So my question is, so you're saying that only the primary account is eligible for the upgrade or the Boost Up. Can they get that phone and use it for a different line?
I know they're not supposed to. So here's the thing. So basically, once the customer goes ahead and takes advantage of that, the primary number needs to be put onto that device. Now,
okay, so they couldn't get it and use it for a secondary or a third line or anything like that.
Not right away. Now, let's say a couple months down the line, they decide they want to switch it up and maybe move that onto another line. They could definitely do so if they choose so, but that primary line is still going to be responsible for making that payment. But
Okay.
no, at least for the first month, you don't want to make any switches on that account. It needs to be attached to that phone number.
Okay. Thank you.
Great question, though. Yeah, absolutely. Great question. Anybody else have a question about our amazing, loyal Boost Up program?
So can they use their old device as a second line?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So you're saying they come in and take advantage of the Boost Up, and then, like, the phone they were using, put that as a secondary line? Is that what you're asking, DJ?
Exactly.
Yeah, you got it, man. That would be the perfect situation. So a customer comes in, you tell them, hey, congrats, you can do this Boost Up. They say, absolutely, I want to do it. Well, then you let them know, hey, I've got great news. I can add that phone that you did have as a secondary line. That would be amazing best practice. So absolutely. Good question. Any other questions? Oh, we got another hand raised. Derek, go for it.
So after they do get it paid off, after the 18 months, how long before they can do it again?
They can do it immediately as long as the last 12 months have been consecutive payments. Because here's the thing, even after they have a Boost Up, they still can miss a payment, and that's going to reset the next one. So just make sure that they're continuously making their payments on time while having that Boost Up. And if they have done so, then at the time of paying off that device, they can do a second one right then.
Okay.
Awesome. Great question, guys. All right. Well, let's go ahead and pass it back to the man, the myth, the legend, Patrick Flanagan. Take it away, sir.
Oh, I sound like a radio announcer. That was smooth. Appreciate that. So my section is going to be on Smile and Dial. So this is anything that gives us a competitive advantage over Cricket and Metro I love. And this is something that only Boost does. No other prepaid carrier has the ability to reach out to their customers and legally contact them after the sale. So this system has been designed and consulted with state governments to keep us compliant. Also, we can't call customers outside of approved hours. So this is a great tool that our competitors don't have, and you folks do. So what is Smile and Dial? It drives sales, same-day sales when they're slow, or there's nobody walking in. It's a dialing tool, or calling tool, I should say, allows us to contact our customers and keep in touch with them and help invite them back into our store for additional products and services. Also shows that when we do contact our customer, keeps it longer, they stay on with us longer, increases second and third month retention. And that's so important to our business. Drives upsells and referrals. Also helps set appointments with customers. So we'd like to take advantage of our offers. Sharpen selling skills, both on the phone and in person. And it's our next big step to reaching 80% third month payment. Because in a nutshell, folks, the longer the customer stays with us, 1, 2, 3, 4 months, the more revenue Boost derives, the more revenue the dealer derives. And that's what keeps the lights on, keeps our paychecks flowing. So when we talk about 3MR or third month payment, that's what's the goal is. Just a caveat, if you're new, you will need to complete a do not call training in Smile and Dial in the STAR online training system before you're able to access this tool. If you aren't sure what those items are, or if you haven't completed that, reach out to your Boost account executive and they'll set you up with the online training so you can get compliant and able to take advantage of this great tool. Next slide, please. All right, how do we get started? So in the Boost Elevate marketing portal, on the left-hand side, there's going to be a tool that says Smile and Dial and getting started on marketing with Boost Elevate. So it's going to be a login section on the left-hand side of the marketing tab. Next slide, please. Once we log in, there's actually, and as of this morning, there's actually additional categories that we can call. But the main types are welcome calls 2 weeks after we make a sale. And I highly recommend when you do make a sale with the customer, you let them know, hey, we're going to give you a quick call in a couple weeks to follow up to make sure everything's working well for you. We got our welcome call 2 weeks after. We also have the customer follow-up call to remind them of when their second month payment is due and provide them special offers. Third main type is retention optimization. That's the third payment option and special offers such as add a line, accessories. that type of thing. So there's three main types that we're calls we're going to reach out to customers and follow up with them. We also have watch list, holiday promotions, and then as of this morning, we've added the Sprint network conversion to T-Mobile, the SN to TM SIM card conversions. We're reaching out to customers and proactively offering them the ability to come in and get a free SIM card so they can take advantage of our new network. So that just kicked off this morning. Preparing for the call, we always want to call using this tool off of the store phone, not your private or personal phone, because we don't want your number showing up on customers' caller ID. We want to make sure we're using the store phone. There's a couple questions that the screen, that the prompt will give you. They'll tell you what device they have, what plan they're on, how many lines they have, do they currently have Boost up, and what's the mission of the call? Welcome, bill pay, accessory offer. And then also, like I mentioned, as of today, okay, never mind, John, thanks for the update. I thought I saw some of it was supposed to launch today, but we've got delayed. We're going to have that SN to TN conversion calls loaded in there too. Also, something called the Griffin Dialer. It's a software program that's built into this to help us keep track of the calls and keep us legally compliant, and make sure we're calling within the hour. So this has a tool built in that's going to keep, called the Griffin Dialer, that keeps us on track with legal compliance. Next slide, please. All right, so once I go to make this call, it's going to give you a unique 800 number or 877 number to call, enter the code, and dial the customer. It's also going to provide you a script, especially as you're first getting started with this. It's going to give you a greeting, reason for the call, the promotions that you can offer, and it kind of guides you through the call. My recommendation is make this call your own. Add your own personal voice to this. Make this a friendly call, thanking them for the business. Hey, I know you can go to any Boost store. You came to mind, and I really appreciate you spending your hard-earned money with you. So when you start making calls on Smile and Dial, make it your own, because trust me, people are really, really happy that you're reaching out to them, thanking for their business. Nobody else does that. Half the time calls you get are collections or junk calls. Most people aren't happy to hear that. But when someone actually physically calls you and says, hey, I want to thank you for spending your hard-earned money with us, that goes a long, long way for that customer. Even if they have trouble with their service, they're like, boy, you know what? I got a relationship with them. I know who to call and get help. It's a huge impact on our customer's life. Okay, at the end of the call, we want to make sure we status the call. There's going to be a drop-down box that has a couple of options. The most critical one is if you contact a customer and they're like, hey, thanks for the call, but you know what? Can you please place you on the do not call list? So one of the options, and this is critical, is if the customer requests that, we want to honor their request, select the do not call option. That's going to remove them from our call list and marketing list. So we're not bothering that customer, plus we're staying legally compliant, because within a short amount of time, that customer's information will be removed for our systems, or we're not contacting them. And then we got first, second call, voicemail, and follow-up. So this helps track or status each of the calls you make to customers, and it keeps that going. Okay, next slide. Okay, so that's kind of quick in a nutshell. What I recommend is, you know what, pulling your Boost account executive in with you, asking them to show you Smile Now. More importantly, have them make a call with you, so you get that tone, that pace all down, and make that call your own. Because, like I said, we're able to call customers. Metro, Cricket are not able to. Use this to your advantage and help drive sales. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Patrick. Great stuff. Really, really important tool that if any of you have the ability to use it, I would definitely reinforce the fact that it's important in many different facets, and I think Patrick did a good job explaining those. So, moving along, we're gonna shift gears again, and we're going to talk a little bit about branding in the store. Branding encompasses a bunch of different things, and to kind of give you a really nice visual on what we're talking about, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again and share a video with you from our friend Benny Lopez, who's going to talk through some of the most important parts of the branding part of the job.
So they say you only get one chance at a first impression. Now, before you even get a chance to greet your customer, the first impression from their perspective is going to be the appearance. The appearance of your location, whether or not it's clean, organized, current with promotions, and of yourself. Are you the brand ambassador that they're looking for to learn more about Boost and what we offer? Luckily for us, these are very easy first impressions that we could prepare for. Let's talk about dress code. When working at a Boost branded door, you want to make sure that you're there representing the brand. This is one of the first things that customers look for when walking through the door. Obviously, they're walking inside of a Boost Mobile location, but when they get in there, they're going to be looking for their new favorite Boost Mobile rep. Could that be you? Well, let's talk about what you need to do to make sure that you're always on point and on brand. First things first, you need some branded attire, just like this hoodie. Next, you also need a name badge. Simple, right? Let's take a look at some of the other dress code options that we have. An important note, if you want to wear a promotional t-shirt, much like the one that I'm wearing right now, you want to make sure that it's current. Now this outfit here may seem like it's compliant, but there's one big issue. The name badge, it's covered. So to fix this, make sure that if you're wearing outerwear in your store, that your name badge is attached on the outside. Easy fix. All of the items that I've showed you today can be purchased on boostmobilegoods.com. Please speak with your manager or your account executive for more information on how to sign up. Now, if you're a new hire and you don't have access to boostmobilegoods.com, let's talk about what you can wear until you get your hands on some of that sweet Boost branded merchandise. An all-black polo or t-shirt. Now, for an example of what not to wear, anything with a logo on it. So now that we've mastered the dress code inside the store, let's talk about the store itself. Starting with the outside of your store, we want to make sure that the storefronts are free and clear of any trash, clutter, or debris. And don't forget about keeping those windows and door frames spotless. And now for the inside of your store, we want to make sure that things are free and clear in there as well. Make sure to consistently wipe down and dust all surfaces, especially high-touch areas like the phone displays. Not many things as beautiful as a well-stocked accessory wall. So while you're walking around making sure that your store is nice and clean, it's equally as important to make sure that everything is current. Always verify your collateral and your merchandise by checking out the latest merch grids on the sales portal. You could also reach out to your local AE. For those in a 4.0 location, like the ones I just pictured, also make sure that your Channel B television is online and up to date. Check out this video from Merchman Will on how to. I'll leave a link in the description. And now some examples of how not to have your store. You don't want it to be barricaded and cluttered like this store here. Or cluttered and full of personal signage like this store here. Can you spot what's wrong in this picture here? You guessed it, missing accessories. Extra points if you notice the unauthorized candy machine on the side. So to recap, we learned about the importance of dress code, branded apparel, and a name badge. And we also learned about the importance of making sure that your store is clean, organized, and current. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you very soon.
All right. Thanks, Benny. And Zach, take it away.
All right. One last thing to cover with you guys before we get into the funtivities. So, we just talked about the branding. One last thing I'd like to highlight, if you have not yet, download the Amped merch app, AMP''D merch. You can download that on iPhone or Android. You're going to want to have that because that's going to help you make sure that everything in your store is matched up and looking exactly the way it's supposed to and up to date. So that's not going to cover the stuff about branding like we talked about as far as what to wear, but it's going to make sure that your store has the right, right signage and everything like that. So just want to make sure we highlight that one more time. Now, Own the Mile, we added that to the scavenger hunt. What is Own the Mile? It's very simple. Go ahead and do the next slide, Birthday Commander. It is basically just taking your store and getting the word out there in your community, making sure that people know that you're the location they should be thinking about when it comes time to buy a phone. When they're ready to purchase a phone, they think about you. And the way you do that is making a presence for yourself. So that can be hosting an event like you see here in all these pictures, where there's bouncy houses, there's goodies, there's prizes are given away, there's cash machines, and there's a lot of things that we can do as account executives to help make that happen for you. So, but what we need you guys to do is to be proactive and think of different ways that you can try to bring more traffic into your area. And it doesn't have to just be events. It can be things like this, like social media, customer appreciation, like different discounts for customers, different partnerships with like local businesses. Maybe you drop off flyers with them, they give you flyers and you hand those out in your store. There's all kinds of different things that you guys can be doing. I just highly encourage you as new people, don't get stuck in that thought process of I'm just going to wait here for customers to come in. Be proactive. Go get those customers. And when you're not in the store, when you go to Subway to get a sandwich, make sure that person that sandwich artist that's making your sub, that they know that you're the boost person and they should be thinking about you when it comes time for a phone. So get your name out there, get your store's information out there, and make it your own. Own the mile, own that store, and make sure you're driving people into your location and whatever that can look like all kinds of different ways, guys. Again, it doesn't have to be just events. It can be social media as well. So just encourage you to keep driving traffic into your store. So that's Own the Mile. That's it for our presentation, but now it's time for some fun. And before we do so, I'm going to pass it back to the man himself, Christopher DiNapoli. Let us know about the fun we're about to have.
This is going to be a ton of fun. So everybody, I'm going to share the screen, and what I need for everybody here on the call to do is to log in or go to a web browser, and you want to go to kahoot.it. So I'm going to show you in a second what I'm talking about so we can play. And then there's some things I want to talk about in terms of the game itself. Now, bear with me because this is the first time I've done this. Zach, don't yell. All right.
I was about to, but I couldn't find my mute button.
So everybody, now, as I said at the beginning of this afternoon session, the best way to play this game is if you have two different screens you're looking at. So what you're going to see, if you're looking at our presentation screen, the actual question and the 4 different answers are going to be displayed on this particular presentation screen. In order to answer the question, you're going to want to have a separate device. So computer, phone, that's the best case scenario. So if you have that second device, log in, go to a browser on your second device, go to www.kahoot.it. You don't have to download the app or anything. Just go to www.kahoot.it and use the game pin right here that you see on the screen that it asks for. That'll log you into the game. Once everybody's logged in, we can get started. Now, there's a couple things here, too. We got some great prizes lined up for you guys. And, man, do I have a very, very special announcement. Because for our winner today, just today, and this is a first for the new hire training, our friends at Motorola were nice enough to throw in a brand new Motorola device, a brand new Motorola G Fast for the winner of today's Kahoot. Can't believe it. Unbelievable. It's never happened before. So the winner of today's Kahoot is going to get a brand new Motorola G Fast. However, we're also going to give prizes to second place and third place as well. So 3 people can end up winning. Now, one more thing though. If you've won prizes in the past, if you've been one of the individuals that this may be your second or third time joining our new hire training, and you've won prizes in the past, unfortunately, you won't be able to win another prize this time. However, we still encourage you to play just for fun. So I think that's it. I don't know. Anybody else on the new hire team? Did I forget anything that we needed to talk through?
I think you covered it all, Chris. Can I play the game? I want to win the Motorola phone too.
You cannot, but you can. No, we actually have a lot.
Jeez, John. I'll buy you one, John, for your birthday. How's that sound?
It's my birthday. Come on, Chris.
Well, you shouldn't have to win a prize for your birthday. I mean, you should just be given one, correct?
Is that how it works?
Usually.
I'm competitive. I like to win things.
So we have 8 people joined in so far. I think that might be a record for us. Do we have any other folks that are trying to get in that cannot? Because we will start this if not. So going once, going twice. All right, let's rock. I'm going to start the Kahoot. Everybody ready? And go. First question. How much does it cost for month 1 on the 3 for $90 plan? Is it red 90, blue 80, yellow 120, or green 100? All right, and the answer is green 100. Looks like 3 people got that. Great job. All right, next question. Remember, 3 for 90. Let's see who's in our... Oh, so we have Sabrina in a lead by 1 point. Oh, my God. So close. Next question, guys. How much does it cost to add a second line for unlimited data on a current $50 plan? Is it red, $10, blue, $20, yellow, $30, or green, $40? A second line for unlimited data on a current $50 plan. The answer is yellow, $30. Great job. We got 6 people that got that correct. See how the standings shook up here. All right, Rochelle, you took the lead, followed up by Derek and then Sabrina. Tight race. All right. How much is the device cost of a Samsung A12 on an Adeline promotion? Is it red $10, blue $15, yellow $20, or green $25? All right. 3. Looks like everybody answered. All right. The answer is green, $25. So a lot of people missed that one, but the answer is green, $25 for a Samsung A12 on an Adeline. Remember that, guys. Next. See how that shook up the standings. Rochelle on fire. Actually, I think it's Rachel. I think that's how you pronounce it, if I remember correctly. And then Derek, and then Sabrina. Next. What is the first U in Guru's sales process? Oh, this should be an easy one. Red, upsell. Blue, understand. Yellow, ukulele. Or green, undercut pricing. Which one of those is the first U in Gurus? And we have 8 answers. Let's see if you guys got this. Understand blue is the correct answer. 4 people got that one. Great job. For you guys that chose upsell, that's in Gurus, but it's not the first U. See how that shook up the standings. Not by much, a little bit. We got some people on the rise. HS. Sabrina still in 3rd, Derek in 2nd, and Rochelle still on fire in 1st place. Next. What type of sale or add-on earns you the most platinum points? Is it red, high-end devices, blue, family plan, yellow, port-in activation, or is it green, boost shield, international calling? What had you the most points with the platinum selling? Remember what Sir Christopher Walton went through. You guys, a lot of you guys got this. Blue, family plan, great work. That is correct. That will give you the most points in the platinum selling point scale. Who knew that? All right, Derek, we got Cam that's coming up. Rochelle's in there, Rachel, I should say. And moving on. What is the name of the merchandising app for Boost Merch Grid details? Is it Accelerate? Is it Amplify? Is it Adapt in yellow? Or is it green, Amped? So it's red, Accelerate, blue, Amplify, yellow, Adapt, or green, Amped. All right, most of you guys got that one too. It was green, Amped, AMP''D. If you do not have that on your device, I would recommend that you download it immediately. It's a great resource. Okay, DJ and Brent Lee rising up the ranks. We have Derek that's on fire, getting very, very close to Rochelle or Rachel, and then Sabrina is still in third. Question 7, how much money can a customer save per year by enrolling in auto top-up? Is it red, $36, blue, $48, yellow, $4, or green, $1 billion? $48, blue. That is the correct answer. Great job, everybody. 7 people got that one. All right, standings remain the same. Moving on. Customers are eligible to upgrade at a discount after how many days? 270 red, 120 blue, 180 yellow, or 365 days green. Oh, you guys, 6 of you got 270. That's a recent change. So 270 red was the correct answer for upgrades. All right, Brent Lee is coming up the standings, and first, second, third still remain. Tight race for first, though. Only a difference of 100 points. Question 9. On a 3 for $90 plan with 3 new numbers, how much is the Samsung A12 on the first line? Is it $25 red, $79, $79.99 blue, $99.99 yellow, or $179.99 green? What is the price of the Samsung A12? Oh, all right, 3 people answered that correctly at $25 on the first line. Remember that is a really important selling tool for you guys. First line gets add-a-line pricing, and the A12 is $25 on add-a-line. All right. Okay, guys, I believe this is the last question, if I am not mistaken. So remember, speed counts. You want to answer this one as quick as you possibly can. Correctly, too. Question 10. Will you complete the virtual new hire training feedback survey as requested by your amazing Boost trainers? Yes or no? And everybody chose yes. I love that. I love that. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and see who our top 3. And remember, if you have won prizes in the past, you do not qualify for prizes this time around. All right, here's the podium. Third place, DJ. Great job, DJ. Second place, Derek. And first place, we have Rachel or Rochelle, I believe, and then Sabrina and Brent Lee as runners up, 5 and 6. Now, I believe Rochelle. Are you out there, Rochelle? Am I saying it right, Rachel? Rochelle? Which one is it? I apologize if I'm not pronouncing it correctly.
Thank you.
All right. Well, anyway, Rochelle, I believe that you've won prizes in the past, so the standings will shift down. But for all of our winners, great job, and that will actually conclude our new hire trainings for April. Everybody on the call, I just want to thank you for your time. Before we wrap, though, I'll make sure that everybody gets a chance to say something. But any questions from any of the new hires out there today that maybe you've wanted to ask, or maybe that's still out there that you didn't have answered?
I just want to say thank you guys for taking the time to do this. It really helps a lot. I've learned a lot today.
Thanks, DJ. Appreciate that.
Thanks, DJ.
All righty. Well, new hire team. Any other final parting words to the field?
No, thanks for everyone's participation today. It's great. It made that go smoother and more fun. I felt like folks were absorbing a lot of information. So big thanks for everyone's participation in today. And then thanks to my co-presenters, Zach, the man with the master mustache plan. Couldn't done without you, buddy.
Likewise,
John, happy
Patrick.
birthday. Christopher, thanks for being the ringmaster today.
You guys are the meat and potatoes of this whole thing. So you're the important part. But all of you guys out there, new hires, hopefully you learned something today. I see everybody's pretty much filing out, but we do appreciate your time, and hopefully you walk away from this training with some new info, some additional knowledge that is going to help you, progress in your role, and obviously help you sell more phones, interact with the customer better, and just become, better at the job that you currently have. So if we've given you one or two things to help you do that, then we've succeeded today. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to your account executive with those questions. And finally, for everybody here, I will be emailing out a link to a survey for each of you guys to fill out regarding your thoughts and feelings on this training that you just went through. So please take a couple minutes as you answered in the Kahoot and fill it out for us. We'd love to hear your feedback about the training that you guys participated in. Thank you again for everything. And with that, I think that's a wrap.
I think so. I'll add one last thing.
Go ahead.
Come back. If you had a great experience, be like Rochelle. Rochelle's, this is her third or fourth time coming back. So, yeah, thank you too, Tiffany. Don't feel like this has to be the only time you came. Feel free to come back. Get refreshers. This isn't a one and done. You're welcome to come, and please share this with your team too. Let them know what you took away from it.
Okay, how often do you guys do these?
Once a month, the last Thursday of every month, we do it.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Tiffany. We hope to see you all in a month from now, and to see a lot of your team members as well. So, but thank you so much.
Sure. No problem.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. If there's nothing else to be said, I'm going to end the recording, as I am the protector of the red button.
Quick question.